programs in order to make people aware of the existence of the Female Sports Reporters Union. And in our program guide, whereby we have a courtesy call to all media houses and especially people responsible for women's affairs in this country. And now what we want is that let people come out in their large numbers and give us, the African Women's Sports Reporters Union Gambia chapter, the necessary support that we need, being financial, being in cash or kind, to come to our aid. Because as Fat Saho said, we are planning in all means just to make sure that we, the Female Sports Journalists Association, are represented in Azerbaijan in order to give the Gambians every detail of what is happening in Azerbaijan, because our female team is participating in the World Cup for the first time. Let's say our Gambian female team participating in any official game for the first time. This being the case, we want to be there with them, inshallah, to give the Gambians what exactly is happening there so that they can also know what female can do in sports.
Okay. Rohi, how quickly, how strong, how committed are your executive members?
Well, as you can see, we're very much committed to whatever we're doing. And I think this is already have been the case. We are all colleagues in the media and we know what is actually happening. So we've seen that all these young ladies, we are all youths, and we're determined. Of course, we're very young, and we're determined to go to the extra mile to get whatever we want. The association has been here just for 2 years, I can say, the union, and we've done a great lot of things. That was even making some of our male force just jumping around saying, when has ASRU come, and doing all this. But it is just determination. When you are determined to do something, you're committed. In the Gambia, mostly our problem is planning and implementation. We will plan very well, but we cannot implement. In that case, in ASRU, we are trying to run away from that. We plan and make sure that we can also implement what we are planning, and that is what we are working on right now.
Mama, we have the Sports Journalists Association. We now have the female chapters. Can you just tell us what is the link?
Well, I can tell you that the ASRU is working directly on the SJG, the Gambia Sports Journalists Association, because as they are the parent body for all sporting communication in the Gambia. So being necessary that we work directly on the SJG, or what we do is we are also an independent body like SJG, because it's an African thing, but we work in directly under them just to make sure whatever we are doing in consultation with them, copy the letters to them, whatever we are doing, just to make sure that they know our whereabouts. So for them to give us the respect we deserve as ladies and a union of African chapters.
I hope at one point there will not become a conflict of interest between association.
Well, MS, I can tell you that there will not be a conflict of interest. We are all members of SJG and we are all members of ASRU. But we can tell you that we can do our own thing as ASRU. We can also be part of anything that is SJG doing, but there will be nothing like conflict of interest, because we are all working just for the betterment of sport communication in the Gambia.
We have a quite number of young ladies who are doing very well in sports broadcasting and reporting. How many members do you have?
Well, it's very sad for me to say we have 10 at the moment, because we have been doing everything possible, you know, calling people, sending them text messages. There's no female sports reporter in this country that we don't have the her number. We used to send you text messages, we give you letters to make sure that, you know, you come and attend our programs. But it's so sad, even the launching, the congress, most of them did not appear. Some will tell you, I'm going for a workshop. You see, that's the lack of commitment we are talking about here. And then I wouldn't allow them if they should sit until we are going up there and then they said, I will join. Well, let's leave that for now.
Let's round up one time. Yes, let's round up.
All right.
Just to add on to what Fat Saho was saying, what we're doing here is to set a platform for female sports writers in this country. Let's say tomorrow, we might not be here, but at least we have pioneered the initiative. We have already set the platform. This is why we're making sure that every meeting and every activity of Africa Women's Sports Reporters Union Gambia chapter, we invite them to come. So let them come. And recently we have been seeing a lot of young girls in the field of sports journalism, which we appreciate. This is what we are advocating for, to see more female sports writers in the sports reporting field.
Yeah, Mama, quickly, 1 second.
Well, thank you very much. All I can say is we are thanking you very much, and I will say we thank our president, that is Ndebuso, who also paid us for us to be in the multi sports today. We say thank you very much, and as she already said, with her executive, we can move mountains, and MS, I can tell you we can move mountains.
Okay. Ray, 1 second.
Well, Mujalo, I think it is already well said and done. I think our executive have already said everything that was needed to be said here. But all I have to say is that let us watch out for the African Women Sport Reporters Union, and also calling on stakeholders, of course, to come on board and support this young association. We're coming to your doorsteps and we'll be knocking at your doorstep. So we're calling on everyone to come and support us. And also calling on the male sport journalists to also come on board and support the Female Sport Journalists Association. We also like to recommend Tombong Jadama as being the only male sport reporter or sport journalist in the Gambia who is behind us all the time. He has been our advisor for the past 2 years, and still now he's our advisor. I would love to thank him very much, but I'm also calling on others to come on board. And thank you very much, Mujalo, for hosting us.
All right, thank you very much. I will be the next male sports journalist to come on board and give you a helping hand.
Yeah,
well, Vuyas, thank you very much for the pleasure of your company for the last 1 hour. I hope you enjoyed the program. Multisports will be back next week, Saturday, at the same time. Like I said, we'll be here to bring you issues affecting Gambian sports and even beyond. Until we come your way next Saturday, keep sporting. Bye-bye. And thanks to all my panelists who sacrificed their busy schedule to come here and talk to the Gambian public on matters affecting sports in the country. Bye-bye.
The Smiling Coast, Africa's smallest country, but a land of big opportunities. The Gambia, a country on the move, rapidly becoming an important hub for global transactions. It's a land of contrasts, traditional handicraft and high-speed modems, rustic dugouts and laden freighters, rich local cultures and cosmopolitan experiences. It's a land of warm, friendly people moving forward in the 21st century.
We want to build a country that will be a model and a source of inspiration for the rest of mankind. Not only do we want to develop it fast, but we want to make it one of the best countries on the face of the earth.
Everything about the Gambia just feels so positive at the moment. Everything is moving. Everyone you speak to, everything, it's growing. It's evolving at such a rate.
In the 8 years since I was last in Gambia, things have, there's been so much construction, new hotels, new office buildings. Everyone there has cell phones now, which just amazed me.
The extraordinary growth over the last 10 years is the result of the Gambian Master Development Plan, Vision 2020, and the close collaboration between private enterprise, NGOs, and the government.
As a leader, you're just like a pilot. You must have to have a flight path. And so Vision 2020 is the blueprint of what we want to achieve as a country.
With an eye to a peaceful and prosperous future, the Gambia is in the midst of an unprecedented transformation. It opens its doors to the international community.
Welcome to the Gambia, the land of peace, the land of hope, and the land of hospitality.
Above all, this tiny nation's greatest resource is its gracious people.
We have a lot of assets that we're proud of. We are happy